Rose assured me. As long as you act as different as you look, no one will question a thing. I used to struggle with the correct meaning of the word irony. Now that my eyes have been opened, now that there is zero chance of my ever returning to my high school, of resuming a normal life, of being asked to define irony again, it does not escape me that it is deeply ironic that the very thing I am fighting against, people's willingness to accept whatever the government says as the truth, is the very reason I am able to walk down the street in plain sight. Rose is right, I tell myself, because words like verify were removed from our language. People simply believe what they are told. No one will question that I am who my new identification claims me to be. 2 months ago, I would never have thought to question it myself. Miriam Adams. I repeat the name in my head like a mantra, hoping that doing so will help me remember that's who I am supposed to be now. Miriam, for the book that contained the meaning of the words that changed my entire life and brought me to this point. Adams, for a woman I read about recently. She created ammunition for soldiers who had almost no supplies left to fight. I stop at the light at the corner of the street and shift my weight. A brown-suited gentleman with a bushy salt and pepper mustache smiles at me. My shoulder muscles tense. I glance down at his footwear. Just plain brown loafers. Not the military-style running boots that would have signaled for me to flee. I let out the breath I was holding and attempt to shake off the anxiety-tying knot in my chest. If I can't handle this walk, how am I going to deal with what I will eventually have to do? Atlas insists it won't be necessary, but... Someone bumps me. Another snaps something impatient, and I look up to see the light has changed. One step at a time, I remind myself, as I make my way across the busy intersection. The glass and steel of the Chicago skyline glisten against the background of blue. Cheerful flowers of white and yellow bloom in large urns stationed along the sidewalk. Impatient car horns blare nearby, drowning out the public screens reporting news about a car that drove off Lakeshore Drive and had to be pulled out of the water. I spot the entrance of my destination in the distance, glance around for signs of anyone who might be watching me, then hitch my bag firmly onto my shoulder and approach the off-white stone and rose gold building. The word, gloss, shines in gold letters above the door, but it is the small, colorful image painted on the glass of the entrance that causes me to hold my breath. For a heartbeat, the city around me drops away, and the anxiety gnawing at my stomach disappears. All I can see is the design in front of me. Black curved lines fan outward from a center point, creating the image of partially opened pages of a book or magazine. Coming from the center of the pages are licks of brilliant yellow, fluorescent pink, electric blue, and bright orange. I trace the painted lines of the wide V created by the open book with trembling fingers. Just weeks ago, this image lived only on my tablet, created from the desperate desire to keep fighting when everyone said it was time to retreat. I only had a hint of what that fight would look like then, only a glimpse of what I, or others, might have to do. The inspiration behind the design was the tattoo worn by the Stewards. They were the ones who taught me the word, verify, and the truth behind what that word revealed. I'd drawn thousands of images over the years, honed my skill in the hope that one day I could follow in my mother's artistic footsteps. In all those years, nothing I had created was as